Hello, this is Coach Johnny with the Chicago Fire. Have another English Premier League opinions piece for world-class coaching. Fantastic weekend of games, but my favourite game of the weekend was the Tottenham Hotspur-Liverpool game at Wembley Stadium. I didn't have Tottenham Hotspur as genuine Premier League contenders, but after watching this game and watching them throughout the season, particularly this week, I do now. In my opinion, I think Tottenham, I previously did have them down as maybe as a top 4 team, but now I think they are going to be challengers for the Premier League crown. I also think that they're going to go pretty deep into the Champions League, potentially quarters, semis, maybe even a final, with the quality of players that they've got, maybe with a little bit of luck along the way, but for one main reason, and that is Pochettino. I think he's a fantastic manager. Fantastic coach. A number of little things that he did in this Liverpool-Tottenham game on the weekend that made me just take a little bit more interest in him. Obviously, he's come with a great reputation, done a fantastic job at Tottenham, but I think he's really cementing himself as one of the very best coaches in the Premier League and therefore in world football. The Tottenham team was good in previous seasons, but he went and he's made it better in the transfer window. They had a fantastic defensive setup, and he went and bought Davinson Sanchez, and I think they're better. He bought Serge Aurier, I think they're better. Yep, they lost Kyle Walker at one side, but I think Kieran Trippier is an excellent replacement for him. Probably better with the ball at his feet. Kyle Walker, of course, is a fantastic athlete. So their defensive group is strong, and he's made it stronger since he's been at the club. In this game that they played against Liverpool, again, some interesting little things there. The formation he played kind of reverted to something a little bit different from what he's done before. I think he played a 3-5 and then a 2 up top in this game. The defensive stability, Alderweireld and Vertonghen, goalkeeper Lloris and Sanchez, excellent. Trippier, the right wing back, fantastic. Serge Aurier, left wing back, interesting one because he had 2 left-footed left backs on the bench. Ben Davies and Danny Rose is coming back from injury, of course, but he chose to move Aurier over to the other side and play him directly against Mo Salah. And pretty much for the majority of the game, minus sort of one major incident, I think it was a fantastic tactical move that paid off. The centre of midfield, very, very interesting. No Dembele through injury, Wanyama injury, Eric Dyer on the bench. He chose to put Harry Winks in there, who you would not describe as a robust defensive midfield player. But I think what he was looking for was Tottenham maybe to soak up a lot of offense, a lot of attacking play from Liverpool and try and beat them on the counter-attack. Having that additional passing ability of Winks, say, over Dyer, I think was, again, a tactical masterstroke. Very, very interesting that he didn't play that very defensive defensive midfield player in Dyer, went for Harry Winks as a better football player, and I think paid off. The change in the formation to the 3, to the 5 and the 2 meant that he could have 2 attacking midfield players in there. So Dele and Eriksen, who both want to play central, who both want to be the number 10, he's managed to find a way to get those guys into the team. And then up top, of course, we know all about Harry Kane, turning himself into one of the best players in Europe, one of the best strikers in world football at this point in time. And I think he's only going to get better. But his accomplice with Son up top on the weekend was phenomenal. No one ever talks about Son. He gets no kind of recognition whatsoever. He's a wonderful player. And I think you saw in this game exactly how talented he can be, not just in his scoring and his creation, but how he works with Harry Kane. Those 2 up top, particularly on the counter-attack, were formidable, as indeed were the whole of the Tottenham team. A fantastic demolition of Liverpool, a fantastic win. I thought they played wonderfully and off the back of some fantastic results in Europe. So for me, Tottenham Hotspur, I think, are now Premier League contenders. I think it's them and Manchester City for the title. I think Manchester United and maybe some others, Chelsea maybe, will not be too far behind. But Manchester City and now Tottenham Hotspur, under the guidance of Pochettino, I see as genuine Premier League title contenders. I also think that they'll do well in Europe, maybe even semi-finals, perhaps even a final in the Champions League. So maybe you're a Tottenham fan, maybe you have a difference of opinion, maybe you're a Pochettino fan. If you've got any comments, you got any thoughts, let us know. Love hearing from you guys. So thanks very much for listening, and we'll speak soon. Bye now.